Okay, it's also so nice to see local people doing local movies, not just television. This is a great movie. It's called Rose's Portrait. Have a look at this clip, and then Nisha's back to talk to the writers, producers and directors. Some well-known actors in that, and looks quite funny as well. Nisha has got the guests in the studio to talk to us about the movie. Over to you, Nish.
Thanks, Fred. I sure do. We're very lucky to be joined by Steve and Tanya today. Now, Steve is the producer and director of the show, and Tanya, you did a lot of the writing for the show, is that right?
That's right,
correct,
yes.
Fantastic. Now, Steve, as Fred has already mentioned, it's really good to see films being locally made here in WA. Can you give us a little bit of a background about yourself first and how you came about putting this short film together?
Oh, well, I've been doing film for a few years. I started I'm a carpenter, and I started in Sydney at Fox Studios, and just got experience up and did a few films over there. Decided to come back over here, start up a company, and yeah, we've just made film from film, and this one's our latest one. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, Rose's Portrait is a great film, but before we go into more detail about the film itself, Tanya, give us a bit of a background about you.
Okay. I'm a humanitarian worker, and in my spare time I do a lot of writing and things like that, and I'm writing a book. And Steve and I were spending a bit of time together and invited me to come along and write this story with him. So that's how we started, and we'd get together every week and during the week, and then put the concept together and all that sort of stuff, and that's how we got Rose's Portrait.
Fantastic. And I understand from having a little conversation with you earlier, there was quite a big creative team that was working together.
Yeah, there's about 30 people in the team to make the film, and everyone done such a fantastic job, and I'm proud of every one of them.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the film without giving anything away, because I'm sure we all want to go out and watch it.
Well, it's shot on it's a country drama. It's about self-deception and what Rose goes through with the other characters on the farm. It's theatrical in style and tone. There's very little dialogue, so performance and the created side of the music really helps the film to work. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And now there are a number of WA actors and people working the production side, aren't there?
That's right.
So tell us a little bit about putting that crew together, because it's great to see that you have utilised people from FTI.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I teach there, so I do like to use them. It gives them the experience as well. I find as students not knowing what the industry is really like and the pace of what you've got to shoot, and basically every second the camera's not rolling, it's costly. So using them and them having that experience, it's really good for them. And they've said that I'm a little bit of a hard taskmaster, but it's a good experience for them. And and I like using West Australian people because there's so much talent here.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so if our audience is obviously going to go and try and watch this or look at where they can view it, what's the key message, or what are some of the thoughts that you want people to walk away from the movie? I know that you mentioned earlier there are a number of different ways that you can perceive the movie.
Yeah.
What are some of the messages that you would like to get out of the movie?
Well, it's something about being in touch with your own emotions and recognising the things you go through in your daily life. And no, it's quite interesting because running it as a pilot to the audience that we've done so far, everyone is getting something different from the film. So we've achieved something really, really nice, and evoking two different emotions too, where you're really happy for her and also you're really sad for her.
Sure.
So there's quite a good discussion talking point after you've watched the film.
Great. Well, look, I wish you guys all the best. In 2 weeks, I believe you have a showing just for people who've obviously worked on the film and their friends and family. We do have more information in regards to your... you've got a DVD out, it will be out in DVD.
Yes.
So if you'd like to go to thecouch.com.au, you'll be able to find more information about Rosie's portrait. Thank you very much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you very much, Nisha. That was fantastic, and nice to have Tanya and Steve in the studio. Just one more quick question to Steve and Tanya, and maybe Nisha can answer this one. Are you working on any more movies for Perth?
Yeah, and we've got a feature coming up. We're in production right now.
Yep.
They take a lot longer to make.
Are you looking for a lead actor next year? I mean, Nisha's not available, but I will do. And I can work with or without the glasses. Yeah, as long as it's not important to read a script without the glasses. Congratulations. So nice to see other local people doing great things for WA. Well done.